Hey scholars, today's objective is to continue evaluating expressions of exponents, and now we're going to see expressions that have not just multiplying and not just exponents, but also addition and subtraction. Let's first read the top part together. Exponents give us a new way to describe operations with numbers, so we need to understand how exponents get along with the other operations we know. When we write 6 times 4 to the second power, we want to make sure everyone agrees about how to evaluate this. Otherwise, some people might multiply first and others compute the exponent first, and different people would get different values for the same expression. So here's the key point we were going to go over today about the guidelines. To make everyone agree about the value of expressions like 6 times 4 squared, the convention is to evaluate the part of the expression with the exponent first. Here are a couple of examples. If you see multiplication with exponents, you must do the exponent part first. So therefore you would do 4 squared, which is 4 times 2, which equals 16, and then multiply by 6. Same thing here. You would have to, when you see 45 plus 5 to the second power, do the 5 to the second power first to get 25, then add. Now, you could, if you wanted to multiply or add first in both of those expressions, but here's the key thing here. If we want to communicate that 6 plus 4 should be multiplied first and then squared, then we can use parentheses to group parts together. So if you want to do this part first, you would need to put parentheses, and same thing here. So making sure you're aware about what to do first based on what operation symbol you see. So let's think about that in this first example. Calculating surface area. A cube has side lengths of 10 inches. So I'm going to draw this cube on the side. There's a cube, and each side is 10 inches. Jada says the surface area of the cube is 600 square inches, and Noah says the surface area of the cube is 3,600 square inches. Here is how each of them reasoned. So you see here in Jada's method, she squared the 10 to get 100 and then multiplied. And then for Noah, he multiplied first to get 60 and then squared or multiplied by itself to get 3,600. Do you agree with either of them? Explain your reasoning. Think now and pause here. Think about who you agree with, Jada or Noah, and write a complete sentence response for who you agree with and why. In this question, you should agree with Jada because Jada evaluated the exponent first, which is what you should do, and you can only do the multiplying first if there are parentheses. So for my response I wrote on my paper, I wrote, Jada is correct because you evaluate exponents first before multiplying, unless there are parentheses. We're now going to do some practice problems where I'm going to model for you 2 of them on top, and then you will do the bottom 4 on your own and check your work afterwards. So we're going to do some practice where we have a guideline now where we should always do exponents before multiplying. I'm going to also say adding because we're going to see some addition problems here. So let's think about that. Our first example shows 5 squared plus 4. So what we know is that from the front of our notes is that we have to do the exponent first before we add. So let's do that. I'm going to do 5 squared first. I'm going to write it out as 5 times 5, and then keep the plus 4 on the side. And so remember that I need to evaluate this first. I know that 5 times 5 is 25. And then I can add that to 4 to get a final answer of 29. So my highlighting is showing you what steps you should prioritize in your steps to evaluate the expression. Let's try that for the problem on the right. So again, I see 2 to the 4th power times 5. I have to evaluate the exponent first, and I'm going to do that by writing it out by multiplication. 2 to the 4th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then I still have the times 5 on this side. I'm going to evaluate this 2 to the 4th power first with some mental math. So I know that 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 again gives me 8, times 2 again gives me 16. So I know that's 16, and I have this times 5 on this side. So let's do that some math on the side here. And if I do my math, I'm going to get 80. So therefore, my expression evaluates into 80. So using this as a model, up here in the top 2, I want you now to do the rest of the page on your own. Pause here, and when you finish all 4 problems, resume the video to check your math. Here are the answers for the bottom 4 questions. Note that for each problem, I rewrote each exponent as multiplication. Then I evaluated that expression to find its value. Then I either multiplied or added to get the final answer for each problem. Ask any questions you may have, and then when you're done, take the exit ticket for today's lesson.